Hi everyone. It's been a while since I've blogged, so I wanted to bring you up to date on everything that's happening. So on a positive note, my trips have been going well. I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and got to see a very good friend, Bob, who I haven't seen in a very long time. So that was really nice. We hung out for an evening, had a couple drinks. You know, it was pretty nice. Let's see. Then I went to Chicago for work, and I got to see my bestie, BJ. It was actually very cool that it worked out that way. I haven't been to New York to see Earl yet. I'm pretty bummed out about that. For whatever reason, all New York travel and Boston travel and Philadelphia travel has been on like hiatus. Not because we like deliberately made that happen. It's just I'm gonna make a turn here, so I gotta make sure that I don't flip my camera. Okay, so it's not that like the company's deliberately avoiding those areas. It's just we haven't had any customer interest for a little while there. So there's that. But so it was a nice trip. United doesn't seem to like me because every time I take United flight, there seems to be a delay or a problem. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, what else? Work in general is good. We're planning our holiday party at the house. So for those of you who don't know, we usually do a day after Thanksgiving party, which is this kind of way for all of our friends who had to go do family stuff on Thursday to come out and kind of come together and hang out and talk and all that kind of stuff. Well, we do it as a next day leftover party where everybody kind of brings their leftovers that they like or things that they've made that they just have way too much of over to the house, and then we all kind of share and try it and distribute. And I end up getting rid of a lot of old Tupperware that way because people take stuff home, and that's always cool. This year we're doing it on Saturday, primarily because Tony has been out of town for the past like month and a half. So first, he was working in Minneapolis at work. They needed him because they're so short-handed, and then he was called out to Burbank, California, and I don't know exactly what the full story on that is, but the baseline is that there was like a union conflict or a I'm home now, by the way. A union conflict or like a strike? I don't know. I don't know exactly what it was. But that said, he's out there. He's in California right now. And he is probably going to be there for the next 2 weeks or so, even more. But he is coming back on Saturday, which is why we've decided to move the date. Before we invited anybody, we picked a different date. We moved it to Saturday, and it seems to be working for a lot of people. There's a lot of people available on Saturday. For most people, it's like a 4-day weekend or a partial weekend, which is always good. So that's how that works. So a lot of you have been asking about my mom and what's going on with that. My sister went to visit her today, and she has probably not long left. There's pools of blood forming in her legs, and she's on a lot of pain medications right now, so she sleeps a lot and she's not very coherent. When my mom visited her today, she wasn't able to speak anymore because her lungs are starting to fill up with fluid, and that's obviously causing her trouble breathing, and has prevented her from speaking. She did open her eyes, but the last couple times I tried to call her, she either couldn't answer the phone because she was busy or sleeping. I shouldn't say busy. Or she just, when she did answer the phone, she was incoherent. She the one of the times I called her, she answered the phone and thought I was my father, and she got mad at me for being my father and hung up on me. Well, tried to hang up. She actually, I think she just threw the phone on the ground. So yeah, I don't know that she has a lot of time left. As for what that does for me or for visiting or any of that, I don't think there really is a plan. I said my goodbyes, and I did it when she was normal. I don't know what the right word is. And I tried to make my peace that way. So I think I'm good there. I don't do this emotion thing very well. It doesn't click in my head. It doesn't make sense. But we have a plan for what happens next. My mom is supposed to be cremated, and she doesn't want a ceremony or anything like that. So I think mainly because she doesn't want us to spend the money on it. But we're gonna do one anyway. But we're gonna do it our way, so that we still kind of respect her wishes. And that way is going to be somewhere around Christmas, maybe be early, a little bit before or whatever. We're going to just kind of have a, I don't know if they call it a wake or maybe a celebration of life or whatever. But we didn't put a date on it, obviously, because we didn't know what was going to happen when. But at the rate her body's shutting down, things are going to happen pretty quick. So, I wanted to, I want to thank everyone for all the times that you guys have offered me a place to stay when I'm in Wisconsin, and all the caring sentiment and everything, because like I said, I don't handle emotion very well. I lock it away and I'm done, and then I have a couple drinks and I start crying, you know. But I really wanted to say thank you to some of my friends who just listen and are there for me. And I know he never watches these things. He's not on Facebook or anything, but I really wanted to thank Bill Gray. Thank you. He has always been there just as a great friend in general, but he's also always opened his house to me, offered me his car when I needed to go somewhere. There are a lot of people that I want to thank, and I don't want it to be impersonal by just saying thank you to everyone. So I plan on sending out thank yous to individuals. And for those of you who have expressed your support and caring, I thank you for that too. It's not about what you do. It's about that you cared enough to actually make sure that I'm okay. It's funny too, because I never realized how similar my sisters and I were. Like, my sister Donna and I are handling this very factually and structurally, and I feel like my sister Debbie and my sister Diane are handling this more emotionally, and neither is more right than the other. In my mind, I think it's very appropriate to be emotional. I think it's very appropriate to be factual or matter of fact. So anyway, I don't want to draw this on any longer, but thank you, everyone, and I'll keep you updated. I'm also going to post a little bit of a text message on Facebook just to summarize what this is all about. But thank you. Talk to you later.